My question, and I thought of this question in postgame for this show, actually, was Montgomery talking about game planning, certainly the defensive pair for each team. And what a luxury it is for an NHL team to be able to game plan like Bill Belichick does for each team he does. But do you see Montgomery doing this going forward on a consistent basis? Is he really going to take it game by game and say, after the game, folks, he said, last night we wanted Carlo and Lindholm together because Buffalo's long and fast, so we put those guys together against the Tage Thompson line. Then against Vancouver, they have three lines that can score, so we wanted to go offensive, defensive, defense pairs all the way through. Do you think he's going to game plan on a nightly basis, both on the defense and on the forward line going forward?
I do think so. I do. I think it's in his DNA as a coach. I think we talked about this a couple of shows ago. Growing up in Montreal, for instance, he talked about watching Scotty Bowman do it and do things regularly, maneuvering lines, pairs, etc. And I talked to Barry about that a little bit, and Barry's like, Bowman was kind of like the master, Yeah. And I think that he likes it. I think he likes that challenge of finding what combo works against this and that. I think he also feels, I've got to imagine he does, Razor, this incredible luxury of, taking over the bench of this team that has players that are not only great, but have great attitude and I think have great hockey IQ, and maybe they understand what he's trying to do more than other players would. Maybe they say, okay, we see that I get why I'm playing with this guy tonight, and maybe
they motivated,
and maybe motivated, maybe appreciating it. Players like to be coached. They don't like to be told what to do. They like to be coached into good situations where they can be better, right? I mean, I shouldn't say they don't like to be told what to do, but at this level, they don't need to be told, what to do. They need to be told what to expect and go play to your strengths, et cetera, that type of thing. And I don't know, maybe I'm overanalyzing here, but I think they like it. I do. Now, I don't know if they like constantly changing in game. They can only answer that. It's working right now, so it's good. If it doesn't work and one guy gets impacted more than the other on any team, forget the Bruins, you know how that can sometimes not go over well. But I do think that. I think they're playing a lot. I think he's also continuing to see what he has. That's the other thing. What do we have? Look, maybe when you get Forbert back, you don't have to do it as much because then you just say to Cliffy and Forbert, here you go. This is your assignment. And then you just mix around the other guys. But it's an interesting thing. It is. I mean, all buttons right now are being pushed really well. And I think that's keeping everybody happy.